Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. Today we are going to continue working on the circular poncho. Really need to get this one done up to start my circular one. Super excited. I have 2 bowls left, so let's get started. So, hopefully, everybody's having a fantastic day. I have my ring somewhere. Mine's starting off alright. A little tangle to untangle here at the end of this ball or cake. As I had to take this massive ball and turn it into a few cakes to work with it. I am looking at getting a larger yarn winder for this reason. And I have quite a few in my totes that are just way too big, and I don't really want to be cutting them into smaller ones. I don't know if it's just laziness on my part or it's just I like big cakes. I also would like to make some larger cakes for mixed yarns with some of my scraps, because I have quite a few scraps that would definitely do well. Just gonna preemptively knot this before I even get started on my rounds, because we're just doing mesh rounds right now. Still have no clue, not a clue what kind of yarn this is. I love it, like really love it. It's really nice to work with. The mesh is coming together really nice. Circle's really good. So just a matter of building it up. Put my ring together and we'll just keep going. 1, 2, 3. This is one of the smaller meshes I've ever made, though. That's for sure. I usually do 5s. Chains of 5, I mean. 4, but 3. 3 is a little different for me. 2, 3. Wow, I agree fully. And just in case you heard my daughter doing some gibberish in her sleep. Jibber jabbers. 3, and go. Making this up, at least the first one, before I get mine going, because I really want to make sure that I know what I'm doing before I get this started. I had to ask, my daughter is asking for this laptop table that I sometimes let them use. It's got bean bags on the bottom. Right. I like it for time and art when I'm sitting in bed or drawing, or just, in case I need a flat surface somewhere. But I keep it in this crafting area. We kind of borrowed it from my mom and told her she's never getting it back. One of those things. And so she wanted to use it because they were coloring in the living room while watching TV today, and I had to tell her it's in my crafting corner. She's like, "What do you call it? Your crafting corner?" I'm like, most of my crafting stuff is in this corner. Most, not all. I still have a pretty good amount in my hall closet. I am trying to save up for a few more of these cubes, and then I'll put my paints and stuff up there as well. Got a little wild. I'll grab him later. That's the second time I've dropped him today, so he can just chill over there. He'll be fine. That's embarrassing. But anyways, yeah, so I want to move everything out of there because I have pencil and all sorts of other knickknacks and more buttons and Velcro and just a whole bunch more stuff for crafting. And then possibly move the yarn up a bit higher and put the other stuff down below that I don't use as much. I've got a box of dried flowers in that closet. I've already moved my wreath shells out of there. They're in here, but they're on the other side of the room. So I'm just trying to organize and streamline everything to be in my main work area. I can move stuff out of the work area, but I don't like, say I get a bit of inspiration in the middle of the night. I don't want to go down the hall, open up that closet, and disturb other people in the house, when I could actually like sing and dance and have a massive party in here. And my daughters won't wake up. They don't seem to mind me talking and doing whatever I want to do. So that's why I wake up and give myself like 2-3 hours tops per night of my time. Sometimes I do wake up, which makes me sad because then I can't watch my adult shows. This is the only time I get to watch my adult shows, is when they are out for the night. I'm a little behind on a couple things like American Horror Story. You know how hard it is to watch that with kids? Do you? You shouldn't. You should not do that. So I don't. And so now I'm way behind on my scary stories that delight me and thrill me. My daughters are borderline obsessed with Labyrinth now, or as my 3-year-old calls it, Labyrinth. She has a few different ways of saying it. They loved it. And my eldest is kind of hinting at, because we were on Pinterest and we happened to see a few amigurumis of the Goblin King, and she was quite enamored. She was like, I love him. I'm like, I know you do. Loved his character. They loved his style. I'm not surprised my daughters think David Bowie is very cool. Because he was, however you want to put it. So I'm super excited that they like that. I can't wait to show them other movies like that, like Willow. I think they're really going to like Willow. And my absolute favorite, The Never-Ending Story. Part of me doesn't want to show it to them because I'm scared they won't like it. I'm not expecting them to love it like I do. That movie grabbed me by the throat and has kept me. It has never, ever lost my love. Not even a little. I'm hearing they're talking about a reboot, and my heart is kind of sad. Kind of excited because, special effects have come so far. But I don't know. I love the actors. I love the characters. In my mind, that's who they are. I really struggled with the Never-Ending Story 2 because I didn't really like Jonathan Brandis playing Bastian. Or was it 3? 2 and 3 had different actors, I believe, for Bastian. The main Sebastian, but Bastian. But always Falcor. I love Falcor. I want my own luck dragon. 1, 2, 3. They didn't mind The Princess Bride. The youngest was a little bit young for it. And the middle one is not so into love stories yet. But there are parts of it that are super funny, so except for the sword fighting was awesome. Can't go wrong with that. Billy Crystal's amazing. I love him in that one. Just randomly shows up. I love those type of movies. There's a few that I've seen that are lesser known. Jim Henson's The Storyteller. It has Sean Astin in it. So I'm quite intrigued. I've never actually seen it, so I'm very curious how that is. But I keep seeing it on like Tubi and stuff, so I gotta sit down and watch them, see if they're kid appropriate. I'll probably do that fairly soon, now that the girls seem to want to check out my movies. I'm thinking the middle one might be ready for the original Beetlejuice. She likes darkness and spooky stuff. And that's quite alright. I'm kind of the same way. I like my scary stuff. I like a good yarn, so to speak. Pardon the pun. I like the yarn I work with, and I also like a good tale. Spin it. I found this Facebook picture that made me laugh so hard. It was just so silly. Somebody had taken a picture of a quote from a story or something. It was like, and she looked at him with the normal amount of eyes. I was like, the normal amount of eyes. Okay, well, I'm kind of afraid to find out what was going on there, but I'm kind of intrigued at the same time. 2 and 3. I'm looking at you with the normal amount of eyes. Oh, goodness. I think they were going for something and just kind of missed the mark. Came out wrong. Well, now I've been listening to audiobooks again on YouTube while I crochet, which is nice. I've been involved in a witch series in Australia. Girl moved there. I'm on the second book, about halfway through. Pretty good. Pretty good. A little bit of witchiness, got a little bit of murder, most diabolical. And, yeah, a talking cat. Good stuff. So for nothing too risque, so I can listen to it with the family around and not be embarrassed. Because nothing like listening to an audiobook without your headphones on, because you want to hear everybody else and what's going on in the world around you. And yeah, all of a sudden it turns into something you were not expecting. It's happened before. I usually catch up pretty fast, but sometimes you're not focusing on what's going on and you're just kind of half listening. So yeah. I mean, it happens with movies too. I remember seeing movies as kids, and all of a sudden there's full frontal nudity. You're like, whoa! And your family's like, whoa! And everybody in the room's like, no, this said it was like an okay family movie. Okay, well, they're all frontal. They're all nude. Pretty crazy. One, 2, 3. Doing absolutely fabulous on this. I'm really liking how easy it is. It looked a lot more intense. And I highly recommend this pattern or something similar. There's quite a few different ones out there that I found, especially on YouTube. So I would look on YouTube. I could not find much for written patterns per se, but there probably is out there. But I think I'm going to merge a couple. Oh, well, it was like a doily from my older magazine and make my own and just accommodate. I think I might go with a 4 chain because this is really thick, where this is what I'm going to be using. That is not thick at all. So I'm not making a winter one right at the moment, but I might eventually with my holy fluffy day. So I'm trying to think of what I would like to do with it. And I'm really leaning towards this pattern, I think. Or something similar for myself. 2, 3. Two, 3. 1, 2, 3. So nice. I am loving this one. I want to see how big we are, so we're just gonna pop my stitch marker in. I'm gonna take this down to Electric Avenue. So in the front, still a little bit low, but back. Right. Do love this design. It's really nice. That is very, very pretty. Very Aztec. Aztec calendar is what I think of. Anyways, I'm obviously losing my mind, so thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. I'll see you again very soon. Bye!